money.
I'm watching on the Twitch stream so I can hear it. He is just...
How we doing, gang? Welcome to the stream. A little bit of Jamie Woon for your mornings and evenings. What a tune. It's nice to see him back in the game. Old friend of mine, old friend of ours. Jamie Woon actually played at my wedding with Howard, if you'd like a little name drop flex there. Welcome one and all. It's Guy from Disclosure here. Good to see you. How's the audio? Sometimes we have a little bit of a syncing issue going on here. So I'm going to do a little clap and you guys can help me out. So tell me how in sync we are today, please, everyone. How's that looking? And I need it by the millisecond. Closest millisecond person wins no prize. You're good. You're good. Slight delay. Which one? The clap or the voice? 150 milliseconds off. Ooh, 5 milliseconds off. Damn, that's getting nice and precise there. The clap. The clap is late. The clap is late. All right, fine. So let's go here. Let's go. My settings. I know how to do this now. So we've got a 230 millisecond. Should we switch that to a 200? Should we try that? How's that? Perf, someone says. Absolute perf. Perfecto. Love to see it. All right. Today, everybody, we are going to be breaking down our brand new song, which is so new it's not even out yet. You get the exclusive play. You get the exclusive breakdown, everyone. Of a brand new song that we made with Anderson Paak, the legend that is Anderson Paak. It's called Nocap. And it is coming out next week on Wednesday. Yeah, the 6th of August, Wednesday. We've got a little like performance video we've done for it as well, which is going to come out soon. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun to write. It came over a period of different writing sessions in different parts of the world. So we'll show you how that was done. But before we do that, we should probably get the other guy here. There he is.
Hello.
just a really nice hello, like really
I
chirpy.
like how every time we do this now, you like save me as if I'm a special guest, but
Right.
I'm here every time.
Yeah, and I do a drum roll and I do like an
I don't
explosion.
hear any of that either. To me, it's
Yeah,
just
you don't hear,
silent.
like I got new effects for this one too, guys. Look, that was you can't hear how that's bad man sound.
Okay. Well, so there
DJ.
was a drum roll before I just went, hello.
There was a drum roll and then it went psh, and you went hello, like a very British
well.
hello. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Howard, everybody, make some noise,
Oh.
please, for the other guy.
so we're talking about no cap.
We're talking about no cap. Yeah, we got 5,000 people in here. So yeah, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. We are Disclosure. If you haven't heard us before, we make like electronic music, dance music, and this is our new song right on the screen here. And what we're going to do today is show you how we made it. So if you're like a producer or you like making music for fun or whatever, maybe you can learn some things, maybe not. But we're going to give it a go, and we're going to break down how we wrote, give you some tips and tricks. And we do these streams now and again, like not as often as we used to during the pandemic. But yeah, like every time we have a new song, we sort of do one of these and let you have a look under the hood. How's Howard's audio for just before we get going? Howard, you good? Just speak.
Hello.
Yeah, you sound as loud as me. Yeah, I think he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I'm going to do this in a sort of way that I know it's going to get clipped and it's going to be edited down a little bit. So yeah, if I redo a few lines here and there because I mess up, it's because we want to like make a video out of this at the end. The VOD will stay up as well on the stream, so you can watch it back. So yeah, send it to a friend. Let's get into it, buddy. So do you want to give some context around that sort of 2-week period we had in London earlier this year?
Yeah.
And when this one came around?
Yeah, to be honest, it's getting kind of hazy now, but
Actually,
we were
wait. But before we do that, we should just quickly tell the chat that we're both fathers now.
Yeah, we've both had kids since we were last.
We've both had children, so we're both goddamn tired.
Yeah. Most of the time is spent consoling a crying thing.
A crying thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like that. I just played a dub siren. That isn't that different to the baby's like, you know when a baby goes, they do like a ramp up, blow up.
Mine goes meow meow meow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so we're both dads now. How's yours now? How?
He's like
2 months,
8 or 9 weeks. Yeah.
I'm on 4.5. So Theo's like really waking up now and taking in everything, and he's got personality, and yeah, it just gets.
Has
better
he got
and better.
music taste?
He doesn't have music taist yet. No, he has his favorite sounds, favorite noises and stuff.
Where do you draw the line? I call that music taste.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have any structure because his favorite thing is just for me to scare him now. That's what he likes. Hide behind a pillow and go, "Rah!" That's his favorite thing.
Okay.
You get immediate belly laughs. So, yeah, there you go. And they're both boys. So Disclosure 2.0 has been born. So don't worry, everyone. The music will continue for at least another generation. We're not giving them any choice as to what they do. They must simply continue the band.
The role of Disclosure 2.0.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, back to the song. So I went to London during...
Yeah, I remember you came here for some reason to do with your passport, and then we were like, we might as well do 2 weeks of writing.
It was two reasons, yeah. I had to renew my visa for out here because I live in the States, Howard's in the UK. So I was renewing my visa, and the fires were happening in LA anyway, so the air was really bad. And Emily was still pregnant, so we were just like, let's get out of this air for a bit. So she got out of LA, I went to the UK, and we did 2 weeks nonstop in 2 different studios. And I believe this one was in Jimmy's studio because it was towards the end of the 2-week period. And I think it was the last song we wrote. Or that, like, I should say, like Anderson wasn't there, right? It was just you, me, and Jimmy.
Yeah, and we didn't know it was going to be Anderson at all. We wrote like 2 other things that day. Like we would kind of burnt out, and we were like, let's just write something silly now. That was kind of the intention. And we were referencing tunes like I want your body, everybody wants your body. So let's go dancing. And we wanted to make a tune a bit like those ones because we love those ones. And so me and Jimmy were like, right, well, the first thing we got to do is like the chorus because that just needs to go round and round. And the plan was to just write a chorus that would just repeat. So we wrote the chorus and we made it like as sleazy as we could go without it feeling wrong.
Yeah. That's it. I would classify this chorus as your most outrageous lyrics of all time.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was never intended to be us saying it. You know, we knew that, okay, we're gonna have to find someone who can carry this. And like, thank God we got Anderson, because I don't know who else could carry this.
Yeah. There was that sort of feeling in the air of like, well, we've written the words for this chorus, but at no point should we be singing this.
Yeah. I kind of, when you said Anderson was down to do it, I was like, oh, okay, but presumably he'll change most words.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I gave that option for sure. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessary. I mean, Anderson was happy to sort of.
He pulls it off, man. And then so we didn't know that he was going to write verses or anything like that. We were planning for this to be just a repeater, like both those tunes I referenced, and it was cool. Like we just AI'd some random voice. I can't remember who we use now, and it sounded good. We were like, we'll just pitch it to someone and they'll probably make it their own. And he fucking did, man. He changed the thing completely.
But you know, you're still on the backing vocals. Like it's just you and Anderson. So you are actually singing this. Just pitch, formatted around and pitched down. Yeah, like this BV's channel here is just you. So you did make the cut.
That's going to be great to play back at some point. But yeah, no, it was cool. And like, it was nice for me and Jim, I think, in a way, just to write something that was like fun, you know, because it's so easy to get like too obsessed with writing something really meaningful or like emotional or drawing on real life experiences. So to just write something that was a bit like, was fun. We just had fun with it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just pure like storytelling and outrageous. Yeah, I remember Jimmy saying that. I think you wouldn't have written lyrics like this if it had been at the start of the week. You would have tried to make something quite cool, something quite like meaningful and deep. We were almost at our wits' end with doing sessions. We were kind of like, my ears are dead. Like I've been working too hard. Two weeks nonstop is a lot, you know, and we kind of have to do it that way because that's just when I was in town. But like, I think that exhaustion bred the lyrics to this, and I remember Jimmy saying that so clearly, like, let's just write the most outrageous thing we can. I mean,
we knew we wanted it to be based around like a phrase or one word or two words. And Jimmy just almost instantly was like, no cap. And I'd never heard of it. I don't think you'd ever heard of it either.
I'd heard of it, yeah. Especially out here in the States. Like, it's said a lot more, especially with Gen Z.
I've never heard of it. He was like, this is what it means. We should write around that. I was like, cool, man.
Yeah, because his kids are saying it. That's how he knows.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, man. They have all their the Gen Z slang. You know, I'm sure there's a bunch of Gen Z in the chat. You know, no cap, bussin'. They say they got all that, like, you know, how we have sick. You know, I remember saying, I remember being around Gramsci once and saying, "Oh, Gramsci, that's so sick," and he was like, "Who's unwell?"
Who's ill? Yeah.
yeah. It's like we just completely changed the lyrics. So yeah, no cap means no lie. There, see, look, there's old people in the chat. There's old people like us. No cap means no lie, everyone.
Yeah. So it's like I'm telling the truth basically, and so we were like, okay, cool. Well, let's just say some really outrageous shit and then finish every line with no cap.
Exactly. Yeah. So should we play this thing and then we can talk a little bit about how Anderson came on board and we finished it with him, and let's pump it.
I need you like thundercat. Need someone like wifey, dripping like icy, hot like fiend, fire back. Been around the world twice, you don't really wanna sightsee. Show me something nice and I'm coming back. No hezzy when it's time, steady on the line. You can see it in my eyes, I'm really like that. So, tell me no lies, open up your eyes, hands to the sky. Why you so fine? If you don't mind, let me press up behind. So, tell me no lies, open up your mind, hands to the sky. Why you so fine? If you don't mind, baby, turn up the vibes. I need you all on the floor, shut the door, no cap. Girl, move your waist, wanna take off your lace, no cap. I need all y'all to report to the dance floor, you especially. We'll go all night, out of sight, dynamite, no cap. Got what you need, BDE, ecstasy, no cap, 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 no. Go! I got it all, baby. It's all for you. I can't lie.
Let's go.
Let's get back to basics, face to face at an undisclosed location. More cake, more champagne by the cases. Rotate, slow it down, now we in the matrix. All day, every day. She don't wanna break. Hide away by the lake, taking off her lakes, butt naked. Sensational, you're my favorite. Use but don't waste me, that's what I'm made for. So, tell me no lies, open up your eyes, hands to the sky. Why you so fine? If you don't mind, let me press up behind. So, tell me no lies, open up your mind, hands to the sky. Why you so fine? If you don't mind, baby, turn up the vibes. Turn up the vibes, 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 baby, turn up the vibes, 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 baby, turn up the vibes, turn up the vibes, turn up the vibes, turn up the vibes, baby, turn up the vibes, 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 turn I need you all on the floor, shut the door, no cap. Girl, move your waist, wanna take off your lace, no cap. Hey, get 'em up. We'll go all night, out of sight, dynamite, no cap. Got what you need, BDE, ecstasy, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap. If you don't mind, turn up the vibe.
All right, there you go, everybody. Nocap featuring Anderson Paak coming out real soon. Oh, we got some nice feedback delay going on. Bow, 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 bow. Do I need to move? There we go. That was a nice ending that I just invented. Should have ended the tune like that. Just a minute of tape delay at the end. Just going on and on for the rest of the... Yeah, Spotify would love that. There you go, everyone. Yeah, Nocap featuring Anderson Paak coming out next week, Wednesday. So not long to wait. Looks like chat's loving it. Good sign. Yeah. So like Howard said, we wrote the beat and the chorus melody and lyrics in London, I think back in February or whenever the LA fires were happening. So whenever that was. And then sat on the beat for a while looking for the right person. And then because I live out in LA, I was able to get Anderson Paak in the room. And he came here to my studio. It was actually the first session I did in this new studio I have at my house.
Strong start.
A strong start, yeah, I know. Where do we go from here? He came round with his guitarist as well, because there's a little bit of guitar on this song as well. He just sort of took your chords, Howard, and did a little wow sound with them. So that was fun. But yeah, Anderson came round and played him the tune, played him the chorus, and was like, this tune is wide open, you know, do whatever you want, Anderson. If you want to rewrite the chorus completely, that's totally fine. If you want to take influence from it, cool. And he was like, no, man, like I like the chorus, like I really fuck with it. So just re-vocaled the chorus, layered up with you, Howard. So Howard's on there on the BVs underneath, and then Andy's on the top there. So that part was easy. Then I would say it was pretty cool to watch, but within an hour and a half, he'd written both verses, like very quickly. And there's a lot of words in there. You know, they are pretty busy. Like most of the flow of, especially the first verse, is like doing 16th notes. So it's a lot of content to put in there. So that was really cool to watch because I mean, we've known Anderson for quite a long time, but we've never got in the same room and worked together. It's the first thing we've ever made together. So yeah, as you can see, these verses are like pretty packed, and the guy is fucking talented, is all I can say. Like, I mean, we didn't even have a drum kit in the room, but could have been a pretty good opportunity for a drum solo at some point. Would have happily let it happen. He's such a good drummer. Yeah, it's just a good singer, good rapper, good drummer. Has swag, star quality. Yeah. So, you know, so it was a lot of fun to get that done. I remember sending it to you, Howard, and you were just like, "Yes, mission complete." Like, this sounds great.
Yeah. I don't even think I can't remember now, but I don't even think I knew you were doing a session with Anderson, and then it just came in and he's recorded the song we wrote. I was like, "That's it."
yeah. Surprise. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came together really nicely, you know, because I was like, well, maybe he'll like this beat. You know, I played him about 5 different beats, but I did pitch this one. I was like, I really think if I was choosing for you, I'd pick this one. And he was super down for that guidance and to just get things going. What's really cool as well is Anderson also like has his other alias called DJ Pee-wee, and it's like DJing now. So Anderson also DJs, and I think his mentality coming into the set was like, I would like more dance music tunes like in the catalog, you know, so that I have more stuff to play. So it was kind of an easy sell at that point, because I was like, dude, if you get on this kind of track and maybe we do some more in the future, I don't know, you know, we can eventually like play back-to-back DJ sets together. You know, if you're enjoying DJing, we should do the shows. Like, yeah, sure, you can come out and vocal it, but like you should also DJ with us. It'll be so fun. So that might be in the pipeline eventually, as DJ Pee-wee or Anderson, whatever. So yeah, really, really good like partnership. I think we've got started here, and yeah, I'm already hoping we can get the next one going. But in the meantime, should we have a look at this? I guess let's take it in like chronological order of how the tune was written. So obviously Andy came last, so we'll get down to him. The first thing I remember was this main groove drum loop here, being the first thing that I pulled up while you and Jimmy were just sort of slumped on the sofa, kind of exhausted. I think I pretty much just had that looping, and it is literally it's just a splice groove, guys. Like, it's nothing fancy. I tweaked it and made it a little bit more rhythmically interesting, but we were like at the end of a 2-week session. There was no way I was going to just suddenly come up with my greatest beat of all time at that point. I was like, I just need something that I can throw up that's going to get the groove going, and we can then expand and write to. So, yeah, here's the sort of main groove. I think there's a load of effects on it. So let me just take all those off and you can hear it raw. It's a big chunk of the song, right? If you have it like that, I'm like, you know, it's not necessarily my favorite beat I've ever made because it is a bit loopy, but the layering is cool, and there is a lot of effects going on and a ton of like programming down here, which we can get into. But I made the groove a little bit more choppy by using all these EQ points here. So instead of it just always going the whole time, I want it to only do that every other time. So you can hear how it's like always doing the rim there. When it comes in, you're going to get this effect where it just sort of starts to only do the kick drum and then only do the rim and only do the kick drum. Because all I really wanted from that was the ooh, 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 ooh. I wanted that really like pumping Ibiza or like even Berlin techno bendy kick groove, like a groove where you don't even need a bass line. You know, the kick drum is just doing all the low end. And this was kind of providing that, but I just didn't like how that was in every single time it looped around. So I got a lot of I've got a lot of EQ going on here. All of these notches here are every frequency that rim is producing. And so every 4 beats, I just put the EQ in and then take it out. So that's out, and then I just thought that made it groove a lot better, you know, because otherwise that beat was going to be too monotonous and too annoying. And I just pulled all the low frequencies out as well, so that you have like a lot more variation going on with the kick drum, and I was able to then layer my own kick over the top as well for punch. So you've got still like a lot coming from that loop with the do do do. And there was also, Howard, you hated the fact there was a shaker on beat 1 in the loop.
I couldn't stand it. It was really throwing me off every time.
Because it should be, but instead it was. So I managed to sort of get around that with this auto filter thing here. It's on a little LFO on half rate, so the LFO kicks in just on that beat and then drifts up and then kicks in. So if I bypass the auto filter, you're going to get your shaker problem back. I hate it too now. It should be on the offbeat. But if you put
just made it sound like a marching band or something.
But if you put the thing on, so yeah, we just sort of tidied it up and fixed the grooves. I made it a little bit more mono, so the bass was hitting. There's some multi-band compression going on the lows because I wanted my kick drum to pump that kick drum. Because that kick drum's not really like a knocking kick drum, you know, it's more like a boo, ooh, like a bass. So we added this kick. I mean, that's like a classic Disclosure kick. It's all punch. There's no sub. It's all like 100 hertz. That sort of old school UK garage type kick where it's just knock. There's probably nothing at 50 hertz on that. It's just pure knock. And that combined with that main groove, I mean, you're not missing any sub there. Like, that's full. So it just with a kick and just with that bendy sub loop, we were like ready to write. And that, for me, is like, that is important to get going in a session, you know, especially if everyone's a bit tired and, you know, running a bit low on steam. Just get the groove up. You can always swap it out. You know, you can always change it if you want. I ended up not swapping this one out, and we just layered and expanded and made sure that the writing was the most important thing. You know, no one's going to care about a tech house loop. They're going to care about the hook and the synth line and all that stuff. So layered it up with a couple more things. What's this? Techie groove. That's in there as well with a ton of EQ just cutting out. So there's a whole nother groove in there with that same sort of kick drum. Could well be from the same sample pack. So those two together, then with my kick, I like where we're at already. So I was happy with that drum wise. I was like, this tune's not not going to be about the drums showing off and all these crazy fills and sounds. It's going to be about big synthesizers and making space for a great vocal. You got a couple glitches, and then you've got a load of sort of 909 hi-hat programming and clap layering as well. Because there's no clap, right? In the groove, it's just kick and hi-hat. It's just like rolling kicks, and there's no clap. So I had to invent the clap. Doing that on battery. Ooh. I like to use this jack kick preset, and then I just drag around the sounds, or layer in other sounds if I need to. I think I'm just using the 707 clap, a little snare, and then this. Yeah, so I drag this in. R&B Rim 1. This is just a battery stock preset. And then I'm just sort of moving them around just ahead or behind the beat using these. I love Ableton for this, for these delay things here, you know, like where you can nudge things early or behind on the time. So you can see I'm nudging the clap and the snare 13 to 10 milliseconds early, and that's because I want the transient to hit before the kick drum, so you get that like really punchy clap. If I drag it late, you'll hear the difference. So if that's all 10 milliseconds, let me drag that 10 milliseconds late. Oh, it's going to do the hi-hats too. One sec. Drag that. Hear how like sort of wet and like, not wet, what would be the word? Soft. It's really soft sounding. It sounds like and that's with them in time. So I thought it was better early. I find with doing that trick, you can sort of almost fake the fact that you've got really hard compression on the track, even though I don't. So so there's a little tip. Nudge your stuff slightly off grid if you want those transients to poke through and give the impression of like hard compression without doing it. That's pretty much the drums. There's a few risers in there. You got like these boys here. And then a couple little scratches. Like a DJ scratch. You know. Kind of fun. And then all of that stuff, I've grouped a few things together here. I mean, we can do the boring, nerdy talk through stuff at the end if you want. There's the drum bus. I'll do that all at the end because it's really nerdy. Let's keep going. So this is the this is the synth bus. So I've got a drum bus where all those sounds go towards each other and then they get combined through a few effects. And I've got a synth bus, which also has a couple of effects on there. Howard, here's the Juno, which you wrote the melody to, and we've got a piano as well, which does one chord, and we've got the same MIDI that you wrote on the Juno, but I put it on the MS-20, which I'll show everyone in a minute, and did all these crazy automations with. But yeah, do you remember like how that all came to be? Were you just jamming over the groove and it popped out?
Yeah, I think we decided that we wanted basically no chords and just one synth melody that went round and round, and so I just came up with something that was really easy to play and involved a ninth because that's important. And yeah, and then you changed the key, and now it's actually quite awkward to play.
I figured that the other day. I was trying to play it too, and I was like, this is never in a key that Howard usually plays in.
Yeah, no, you changed it. I think it's in C now or something weird, but
it's because the groove's kick drum fundamental is probably in that key. So we had to, yeah, I think so. But I haven't pitch shifted the piano, so maybe the keyboard we were using was
right after I wrote it.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Whatever reason, but yeah, so I wrote that like with very minimal attention and care because I wanted to carry on writing the lyrics with Jimmy because we were having so much fun. And then one thing I remember that was really funny about the session was I put that one piano chord in, and it literally only happened once in the whole song originally. And you were like, I don't know, man, I think it might be too many chords.
Yeah, that is something I would say. Yeah.
Like, bro, one chord, it lasts about half a second. And there's one.
I gave you one
like,
chance.
I don't know.
I know. And then look, I ended up doing a ton of stuff with it, reversing it, looping it, pitching it around. It's like probably should have gotten to do more chords. Yeah. My favorite thing about this is the take. Like if I drag the audio out of your piano chord, that's the entire take right there. It's like 4 bars long exactly. I gave you one shot. I was like, recording. Yeah. Thank you very much. There's no like, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything else. Anyway, is there a take lane? Yeah, there's one. You got one shot, buddy. That's all you got.
Yeah.
And it
listen,
made the cut.
Nearly all of our songs have a minor ninth chord in, so I've had good practice playing that chord.
Yeah. And we were joking the other day. We were like, we should roll a grand piano onto the stage for the tour, and you just play that one chord, and then it gets rolled off. It would cost us thousands to tour this piano, but it would be so worth it.
It would sound good though. Yeah.
All right, here's the piano, everyone. Howard's amazing piano. That's it.
But it's fucking nice.
I even left all the spill in from the mics. I was just like, yeah, cool. You can hear your voice. I need you all on the floor. Yeah, that's great. We've got like a reverse note here. Is that the piano? No.
Is it? I don't know.
That's like a synth going, yeah, bong. But yeah, I love that accent on the piano. Like the tunes you were referencing earlier, Eats Everything, like Let's Go Dancing, they all have a big bow on beat one. You know,
Yeah.
I love tunes that do that, where there's just a big knocking sound on beat one. Obviously, your idea of a big knocking sound is a ninth chord, so that's why that's there.
Yeah.
But in the bass, there is a bow as well, right? We've just here we have a underneath it. If you take the piano away, it's pretty serious.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
there.
yeah, I really didn't spend much time doing the melody or the chord. It was just sort of whatever came out, and then I went back to writing lyrics. But writing the words was so much fun, man. One of my favorite sessions, just because me and Jimmy were sick of writing melodies, and we were like, let's just write words then. Let's just not write any melody. And we were like, okay, the song's called No Cap, so it's going to end with no cap. And then we were like, all right, so let's just come up with a rhythm and then write words to it. And the rhythm was da 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 da, no cap. And then we just filled in the rest of it for each line.
Such a much more fun and enjoyable way to write.
Yeah. It was really fun. And like we came up with some lines that were like way too silly to actually get used, and they're on my phone, and there's no chance I'll be reading them out.
Oh, I would like to read those, please. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
you can, but not live in front of 8,000 people.
Yeah. The fact that there's lines in there that are more outrageous than BDE Ecstasy is
Oh, yeah, far more outrageous than that.
well, I mean, give people some context. What is the chorus about? Okay, he's reading them. I mean, if you had to sum it up.
Oh, it looks like I've deleted the outrageous ones. Thank
Sure.
God. Thank God.
Yeah, we all believe you totally, mate.
Oh, I've got proof, man. It's right there. I need you all on the floor. Shut the door. No cap. But I've wrote on the flow with an apostrophe.
On the flow. Yeah.
Doll. No cap. Girl, move your waist. Want to take off your lace? No cap. That was, I think, the lace.
Oh, that was Jimmy.
No, the lace was me.
Whoa.
But I was kind of doing that thing that we always do, which is writing for Jimmy, because I wanted to make Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy, just so everyone knows in the chat, Jimmy Napes, go check him out. He's an amazing songwriter from the UK. The first song we ever wrote with Jimmy was Latch with Sam. And since then, Jimmy has written most of Sam's songs with Sam. So prolific songwriter.
Yeah, probably.
I think, no one else has written more songs with Sam.
He wrote like half of our first album with us.
Yeah.
Probably all of the second album, more or less.
Yep.
With us.
Any Disclosure tune that's got like a big chorus is usually we write with Jimmy as a lyricist. You know, he's super talented.
And yeah, we'll go all night, out of sight, Dynamite, no cap. Got what you need, BDE, Ecstasy, no cap. That's all we did.
Take from that what you will, everyone. Yeah. BDE Ecstasy is absolutely horrendous.
BDE hyphen Ecstasy, not BDE Ecstasy.
I just can't wait for, like, you know, when you play on Spotify and the lyrics go by, people are gonna be able to read those.
Yeah. Oh, God, I can't believe we did that. I've got a son.
Yeah. You could be proud of that one, son. Back to this melody. So people might take what you're saying as like, oh, they just sort of, you just rushed it. You know, you just put one in and you just thought, okay, that'll do. Mate, a lot of our best melodies come out like that. They either just present themselves or they just don't. Like, it's not really about spending. I mean, how long do you want to look at this MIDI window, you know, moving dots around? You really think that's that inspiring? It's much better to just get on the keyboard and go, what am I feeling today? There it is. I think I remember doing that for the White Noise bassline. It was very much the same thing. We had that little groove and I was like, oh, I'll quickly make a little top line.
Most of your melodies on Settle that you wrote were just all the black notes.
Yeah, for
sure.
With
all the black notes.
I wrote all the black notes. Yeah, easier to play because I'm a drummer. I'm just hitting really hard. And I think Grab Her is like that. Bassline to Grab Her. Was that me? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah, all the black notes. And then White Noise is kind of a lot of them as well. Yeah.
White Noise is all black notes except for B.
There you go. Chuck a B in there. I would argue this melody, whether you meant to or not, is very, on the same sort of vibe as White Noise and those kind of melodies. In terms of where it sits in the mix as well, like this beat reminds me of White Noise and When a Fire Starts to Burn. It's just a bit more techie, like a bit more now. It's 10 years on, but
I mean, White Noise and this are both just minor scales. You know, it's like a note from the minor scale and put it in there. So
yeah,
they can't be that different. But,
here's the melody, guys. That's it, little minor scale. It's actually not a Juno doing that. It is Diva by Yuhi. Love this synth.
Which is also the synth for White Noise.
For White Noise, yeah. White Noise was also made on this. And we use the synth a lot. The bass of Higher Than Ever Before as well, I think is this. But yeah, that's a great synth. It's just going through a little bit of delay, and it's going through some H verb, which I've actually been using a lot recently. And then just side chaining everything as well with that kickstart thing. So that's one of the synths. And you just got a load of glide on there. You know, you could easily... I thought the glide really brought it to life. You know, if you just had it as like a straight up, you know, no glide, it just didn't feel as naughty. Didn't feel like as fun. So the glide really brought it to life. Then I copied the MIDI down when I got back to LA and I started messing with sounds because I didn't think the sound was like impressive enough. Like the melody was there and where it sat in the song and structurally everything was good, but it wasn't like, I wanted it to really pop out and people I wanted it to almost like grate on people's ears a little bit. I wanted people to be like, oh, I thought we were in this smooth like tech house kind of vibe, and then this really raspy sound jumps out at you and it's like, oh, what the fuck was that? So I put it through the Korg MS-20 plugin. The Korg MS-20 is like an amazing synthesizer. If you've got a real one, you know, great. I think the plugin does a pretty good job. It's known for its distortion of like its filter and its resonance. Daft Punk would have used this a lot. I know they use this a lot on the early stuff. It has that really raspy meow meow synth filter. You can like drive the filter so hard that it starts to distort. So I did that with the same MIDI. Let me take all the filters off here. Remove the delay. And that's also going through this decapitator down here, which I've got on punish mode. So that's adding a lot more distortion. Here it is without. I mean, it's pretty distorted already, just coming straight out of the bat. And I love how really analog that sounds. You know, that sounds like you've just plugged in a synth and you've just done some stuff and you've put the filter on and it's just gone meow, and you just start playing. Yep. I did mess with the MIDI a bit. I added a few fills like this.
Cool. I like those fills.
Oh yeah, and the little bend at the end, it goes no 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 no. It goes out of tune with everything. I really liked that. So yeah, more distortion, more delay. Bit of EQ, a bit of dynamic EQ, just controlling those raspy bits. A bit of soothe. Was that bypassed actually? I don't even remember if I kept it. I think I kept soothe on there just to smooth it out a little bit. And then the whole thing gets sidechain compression like that. And there are like some points in the song where it's just by itself. There's some points where it's layered with the Juno, and there's some points where they both fade across each other. So I wanted it to sound almost like this original Juno was like with the filter down, and then as the filter came up, the other synth sort of fades in. Because like, if you're listening to it, you might not even think it's two synths, but it is. And then I took a few bits of audio and did some reverses. Like, yeah, that reverse note there is for sure is the MS-20 put through a load of reverb, and I'll just reverse it. Like if I flip that note round now, it's just going to sound like a bow off the MS-20. You know, so I just took that, reversed it, and then you get that nice lead up sound, which is kind of fun. So yeah, really happy with that lead sound. I think it cuts through. I've played this song out a lot recently. I've had DJ sets while Howard's been on his dad leave, paternity leave. I've been playing like every weekend for the last 2 months. And this one absolutely goes off. So I'm excited to finally get it out there. And I think a big part of it is obviously Anderson, but yeah, this melody and this lead synth that just came to us that day. I like the loopy bit as well. Where's the build up here?
That's going to be hard to play live.
Oh, I love all that automation. Like, yeah, I think it'll be easier than you think. Like, I think when we do it live, I can put all the automation in Ableton, and you can just play the notes, and then the filters and stuff will move, and you can just do diddle diddle do do diddle diddle do 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 do. Yeah, it'll be a challenge, but.
I need you all on the floor.
Yeah. The piano also does a little risey thing there on that main build-up.
That would be hard to do with a real piano.
Yeah. Bend the string. Yeah, that would be incredibly hard. I'm just doing all that using Ableton's like the clip automation, you know, just bringing up the pitch a little bit.
You get like 88 real piano tuners in to do each string all at the same time.
The piano just snaps on stage from the pressure.
And we just destroy the piano every night. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're
days of rock and roll.
A Fazioli. We get Fazioli piano every night, and it's just destroy it. That is rock and roll.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Got these spooky beeps, I've called them. I don't remember what this is or where that's from. They're just adding tension. Got some saw beeps here as well. May have made these myself. They may be a loop. No idea. Just adding a bit more texture and... You don't really notice them, but they add a lot of stereo, like and then they go back to mono and then so I like those. We've got a few risers in the synth track as well, just more like big crashes, you know, things like that, really dramatic. Got this breath as well, which I like to use. I like to put breaths in instead of cymbals. Like, yeah, nice and airy breath. Give it a bit more of a human touch.
That's a classic move that we stole off of Joy Orbison in about 2010, I reckon.
Sure, probably. Love stealing off Joy Orbison.
Dark Sky. It was one of them.
Oh, Dark. Wow, I haven't heard Dark Sky in a long time.
I know. I haven't thought about them either, but they definitely did that as well.
Cool. Glitch. We got some glitchy stuff going on. I mean, that could be anything. I'm not sure what that is. Nice and stereo. Just, again, adding some, like, weirdness to the vibe. Frequency modulation. I remember recording that myself. I just did a couple of takes on the Juno over there where... it was either the Juno or the Roland System 8, but I got just like two oscillators going and I just was bouncing the frequencies, like detuning them off each other. Get that classic, like... You take all the reverb and stuff off. Get that going up and down. That was definitely me just manually doing that. That is also a pretty classic Disclosure vibe. It reminds me of What's in Your Head.
Bang That did it a lot.
Bang That, What's in Your Head, yeah. I really like that sort of just take the root note and just slightly tune it in and out with the rest of the track. And then, yeah, I put that auto pan on there so it's going at the same time.
So,
I wonder if that's the same note as What's in Your Head. It actually might be. Same old tricks. We got a couple more rises down there. I actually got these off Chris Lake. I asked Chris if I could have some cool riser sounds, you know, because all the stuff on Splice just gets used by everybody. Making your own risers is kind of hard, to be honest. You need like a lot of synths, you know, you need some toys. I asked Chris for a few risers. Sent me 8 gigabytes of risers. I was like, oh, that'll do. So I'm good for risers now for the rest of time. I like that one a lot. Yeah. Like that's destructive. Really cool. That's about it for the synths, I think, right? We got, it's just very simple. 2 synths doing the melody, piano doing the single chord, risers, beeps. Oh, and there's one sample, again, it's probably spliced, just going go. Go! Very like hip hop to do that sort of go. You know, we don't usually throw those in, but for this one, it just felt right. It's subtle, but it's less subtle on this drop. There's like a total solo here.
No cap.
Go! I just love how the reverb on that gets muted. Go! You know?
No. Go!
Yeah, it's hard. So that's all the synths. Then we got the bass. Like I said, the bass is really just in the drums. So, you know, there's not much to be done. But I remember listening to it in the club. It sounded really good. I remember listening to it in the car. It sounded really good. Anywhere with a big system, I was like, yeah, this tune is done. But then I remember listening to it through my phone and through my laptop speakers, you know, the classic test, which is important because, you know, when you put this tune up on the internet, most people are going to check it out for the first time on their phones. And I couldn't hear the bass at all because it's pretty much just like a sine wave in the drums. Like it's really low. So I thought it would be better to just put the octave up of the bass, just pretty much so you could hear it through small speakers. There's no other reason. So I grabbed like a little one-shot boom sample and just played in the bass line rhythmically of, I think it's doing a slightly different rhythm, but it's cool. It's... I mean, Howard probably doesn't even know that's in there, but it's there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hear it now, so.
Oh, you can't hear this, yeah.
I'm not hearing anything. It's weird when you're like, oh yeah, check out this drum bit, and then
there's silence. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, if you check, just have a listen to the drums with and without that, and you might sort of. It's one of those things where you only notice it when you take it away, and when I took it away, I was like, it's just worse. So, ended up making the cut. Without. With. Without. With. Yeah, it just adds that little bit of like 100 hertz, 200 hertz, the warmth that was sort of scooped out that I didn't really realize. I got used to it. And then, yeah, I heard it on my phone and was like, the song doesn't have a bass line. It just has a kick, which is too low for like listening to on small speakers. So that goes in. You've also got the bow that we talked about. I actually did a pass of all of these. I put a load of bows out, bow, 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 bow. And I ran it through like a ton of distortion and other different effects. And that sort of ended up being this part where it gets more and more dramatic. Like that one there. That's all built into the audio now because I've bounced it down. You got the back to normal, back to distorted. So yeah, just did a few different versions of it and messed with it. Yeah, that one's cool. Just to make them more interesting. So that's your sort of aggressive bows. And then I put a little one here as well at the end of the loop just to give it the low note that it needed. That just boom. Oh, and that low note was missing from the original kick drum sample. So I just put that in as well just to beef it up a bit. Yeah, just gave it a bit more key because otherwise it was just going do 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 do. So I just wanted it to one time go do 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 do. So that's why that's there. What's crazy bass? Oh yeah, on the drop though. I don't know when I made that. It could have been on. It could have been on the System 8. It could be anywhere. I'm not sure. Crazy bass.
It feels like Arachnids, that one.
Yeah. Exactly. It could have been Synplant as well. Yeah, I do a lot of my crazy bass sounds on Synplant too, so it could be that. So there you go. That's the groove. The guitar, yeah, like I said, Anderson brought his friend round, and he was like, "What's that chord? What's the one chord in the song?" I was like, "Here it is," and he was like, "That." Played it. That's kind of all we did.
Turn up the back.
So it's a nice variation on the chord though. He went jazzy with it. That note's in there, which is really nice. Yeah, we did, and he did.
I wish I could hear it.
Yeah. Let me turn up the speakers. You better hear it. There you go. Can you hear that? No. What if I point the mic right at the speaker?
Man. I think Zoom's noise cancellation is too good.
Yeah, this is not working. But anyway, there's some nice like wah guitar stuff going on in there, and he did some cool single notes as well, like here, just bendy guitar solo, which I threw a couple of those in as well. So a little bit of guitar, and then we got Anderson, which was the last piece of the puzzle. You've got 3 Andersons, 1 in mono down the middle, just nice and clean, nice and, up front.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap.
And then you got 2 others panned, mostly left and right.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap.
Put them all together.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap.
Just doing my usual kind of recording technique. We've got the Neumann microphone up there. We've got the little SSL6 just here. I think I probably added like a tiny bit of top end EQ and a little bit of compression. Then it's going through this gem dopamine, which is like a de-esser / brightener. I'm taking out a tiny bit of low end.
I need you all on the floor.
And then de-essing once again.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no.
To be honest, the DS is not even kicking in, so it didn't even need it. I just put it there for safety. That's on each of those, and then it goes through. I think it goes through this flanger thing, but it's on 0. I think I just bring that in.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the.
Yeah, I bring that in now and again for like little moments. Then I actually put the whole vocal through OTT, which I never do. But it's like a very subtle use of OTT. We're on 23% depth, and I've backed it off quite a lot. But here it is without.
I need you all on the floor.
Here it is with.
I need you all on the floor.
I just felt like it gave it a bit more life, and it glued them all together quite nicely. To me, it sounds like a G-Bus compressor. So I could have used a G-Bus, but I decided to go with the OTT instead.
I need you all.
So a nice little bit of compression. Then decapitator for more distortion, and then some reverb and delay, and that's it. Very dry, very upfront, clear vocals. I didn't really want. We didn't need to decorate him. It's a very dry song. There's not much delay and reverb going on. The drums are really clean and upfront. The bass is completely dry. I don't think there's any effects on there. The only thing that there's really any splashiness going on with is the risers and like the effects. Everything else is just like, I wanted the mix to sound quite mono and really upfront, so it sounded banging in the club. Like, I made this tune not for Spotify, not for really at home listening. This mix is for the club. I made the mix sound like how I want it to sound when I'm queuing it up on the CDJ, so that's why everything's clean.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap.
Let's get Howard's BVs. It's a shame you can't hear these, Howard.
No, I can't hear them. It's so annoying.
Here we go.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap.
So you got some I think it's Alter Boy just bringing down the foreman on that, which is why it sounds a bit lower than your.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the.
You know the door. Crazy.
I need you all
on the floor.
I need you all.
And I left one plain. So the one in the left is Alter Boy and sort of pitched down, and the one on the right is your normal voice.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door, no cap. Girl, move your waist. Wanna take off your lace, no cap.
And they're actually the same take. It's just one's got the effects on and one doesn't. So they're sort of phasing a little bit. But I like that sound. And then I am using the flanger effect on you there as well.
Girl, move your waist, wanna take off your lace, no cap.
So you're just underneath Andy there, just complimenting his...
I need you all on the floor, shut the door, no cap.
Because he's sort of... I need you all, and you're like, I need you all. So it's basically an octave down of the talking. Panned.
Yeah, and like he's so musical, man, because like me and Jimmy really spent quite a long time getting the inflections the way we wanted, because like you can't just say it da 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 da. No, you know, that's not okay. It has to be that sort of da 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 da, and he matched them like perfectly.
I was adamant he did that too. Like when we did these takes, you can see there's quite a bit of chopping and stuff, and it's because I just asked him to do it slightly different inflection each time. And we got closer and closer to the demo take where he was matching it. Because I agree, like the bend downs are really important. And I actually have a version of him doing it here, which didn't get used, where it's the lower register, like what you're doing.
I need you all on the floor, shut the door, no cap.
You can't hear that bit. I need you all on the floor, shut the door, no cap. Like it was the middle between the two, and it just didn't work. So... yeah, there's a load of ways you could sing it, but yeah, we just matched what was written.
Felt good in that way. I did like he changed one line though. We'll go all night out of sight. He kind of did a bit of that, which was cool.
Hear that?
We'll go all night.
Oh yeah, we'll go da da. I pitched that. I thought that was a cool
really?
idea. Yeah, you can see where I've grabbed the audio there, and yeah, I've just pushed it like a few cents. Da, 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 da.
We'll go all night.
Yeah, your ones underneath are still doing the old version, but he's going, we'll go
all night, out of sight, dynamite, no cap.
Yeah, I like that too. It's like a little chromatic thing.
Yeah.
Got what you need, BDE, ecstasy, no cap, no cap, no cap.
So that's the chorus. And then you got these fucking unbelievable verses.
Yeah. Keep busting that 3-piece bubble pack, sweet teeth, love it with bass like thundercat. Need someone like wifey, dripping like icy, hot like being fire pack. Been around the world twice, see, don't really want to sightsee. Show me something nice and I'm coming back. No hezzy when it's time, steady on the line. You can see it in my eyes, I'm really like that.
Very sick. Same sort of thing on this vocal. It is exactly the same. Gem dopamine, followed by EQ, followed by a de-esser. And then I think it's literally exactly the same. I didn't want to touch it. I just wanted him to sound very naturally like he sounded in the room. So that's all the effects down the bottom. You can see that it's the same. I think I'm sending a little bit to a chorus pedal as well. Yeah, sending the vocal to that tal chorus thing just to widen it a tiny bit. But again, I wanted it to sound very just clear and down the middle. It looks like there's a big comp here of all these chops, but it's actually, I'm just manually de-essing things. So there's a lot of sounds like, you see that? That'll be a moment where like the S was just really cutting. So you can either choose to just put a de-esser on it and let the de-esser do all the work, but then you get phasing issues sometimes, or go through it with a tooth comb and just slightly, tweak each piece. So I did a bit of timing alignment, but mostly de-essing. We got some doubles there as well.
Like thundercat.
Like thundercat.
Thundercat. Fire pack. Coming back.
I love all those. And then, so that's the first verse. And then the second verse, I think I barely did any chops because it was just so in the pocket by then. It just is straight up.
Let's get back to basics, face to face at an undisclosed location.
The only thing I did was pitch that. Because I think he just did, let's get back to basics. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but yeah, I've done like a 3 semitone pitch up there. So if you hear it without, it just goes.
Let's get back to basics.
It's cool, but I liked it more.
Let's get back to basics. Face.
And I mean, he didn't notice I'd done it, so now he knows. But yeah, I thought it just gave it more energy coming into that second verse.
Let's get back to basics, face to face at an undisclosed location.
And when he said undisclosed location, bro, I nearly exploded with joy. Of all the ways to shout us out, I was like, that's got to be the coolest way it can be done.
Yeah, that's the best one so far.
But yeah, back to basics. Is it? Let's get back to basics.
Let's get back to basics, face to face
at an undisclosed location. So yeah, that's the verses, and then you've got this really big breakdown where I was able to go crazy with the automation and the tension and the build up, and I just looped that "Turn Up the Vibe" lyric because I thought that was such a good thing to be able to loop. Like having "Turn Up the Vibe" as the last lyric of the pre-chorus was just perfect to loop. You know, turn up the vibe, turn up the vibe, turn up the vibe. It's like nothing. Like it wrote itself.
Why you so fine? Turn up the vibes, 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 baby, turn up the vibes, 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 baby, turn up the vibes, turn up the vibes.
You got like reverb coming up, you've got distortion coming up, you've got a delay coming up. It's just all increasing. I made like another one down here as well.
Turn up the vibes, turn up
the vibes. Oh yeah, I've just made the one down here have a lot more stereo width to it, so it just felt like it was getting wider and wider as it increased. I also like how that's out of time. Like it goes, turn up the vibes, turn up, turn. Yeah, it's a fun moment. That lots of tension.
I need you all on the floor. Shut the door. No cap.
No cap, and he did like the biggest no cap he could do. I was like, bro, on that last drop, we just need the ultimate no cap. And he went, no cap,
no cap.
And yeah, I just went crazy with the distortion on that moment. Yeah, Decapitator on 10. 10 out of 10.
No cap.
He was decapitated. And then we got a load of adlibs under there. Yeah, I mean, Anderson just did like maybe 2 or 3 passes, and he just punched in a ton of adlibs, and I just picked my favorite ones after he left, and I think we went back and forth about it maybe once. He was like, I don't like that one. Can you swap that one in? Job done. It's just little things like that. Just little
Get him up.
You know, there's muted ones.
Nah.
Just didn't feel like it needed it, or
Yep.
things were getting too busy or something. My favorite one is,
I need all y'all to report to the dance floor. You, and you especially you.
I need all y'all to report to the dance floor. You, and especially you. It's like, I can't wait to see him do that live and pick someone out. Like, who is that person?
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be you. Especially, yeah, you, and especially Howard.
Tick, 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 tick.
Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, what's this one?
Boom. Ooh.
So yeah, I basically got an Anderson Paak, like one shot sample pack in there somewhere, because there's loads down here as well, adlib spare. So that's cool. You could probably make like a nice garage beat just out of those. Yeah. So yeah, adlibs, probably the most fun part of making music.
Sample pack. What did you just say? A garage pack?
I was like, you can make a garage beat out of the amount of adlibs he did for me with the
Yeah.
You know, because there's always one of those in a garage beat. You know.
Yeah, he's got a good tone of voice for that as well.
That's the vibe, yeah. I think that's it. Other than like really nerdy plugin stuff, which I'm happy to talk about. But yeah, I'd rather just like take some questions, I guess, from the chat.
Yeah, let's do questions.
Let's do some questions. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have been asking this whole time. I've been ignoring you a little bit, but I do see you. Howard, anything you've read that you want to talk about?
But I'm glad everyone's picked up on my pun about the sample pack.
I missed that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
man, it's all good. Yeah, let's have questions. People saying remix comp. Is there any plans for a remix comp?
We haven't talked about that yet, but I don't see why not. We could probably do one. Yeah. Will you do a breakdown of other songs in the future? Yeah, man. We've done breakdowns of like almost all of our big songs at this point. I don't think I've done an extended one of She's Gone Dance On, weirdly. So that should happen maybe soon. But yeah, we always do them. So yes. Any singers joining the live show tour? We'll see. There's always special guests here and there. It really just depends on people's availability. So we'll see about that. Looking forward to the live tour. For those still watching, we're going on tour across America. We've got one show in Mexico as well, but all across North America. from like mid-September through October. I think New York's already sold out. A few of them have already sold out. But yeah, check it out. Grab some tickets if you're in the States and want to come see the live show. Have you used Orchid on a song yet, Guy? Nice spot from my t-shirt. Yeah, my friend sent me the synth, the Orchid synth, and a t-shirt. I have not used it yet. It's in its box, sitting right there, but I do plan to soon. I like it. I like the idea of it a lot. What one single piece of advice would you give to a new beginner duo DJ group?
Don't call yourselves Disclosure.
Great advice.
Yeah, like make the best music you can make, man. That's it, right? Like everything else is secondary. I
Well, are
think.
you trying to be are you a musician? Are you writing music, or are you just a DJ duo? There's kind of two different things, you know.
Play the best music you can play, I guess.
Yeah. Play the best music in the world is a good start. My advice would be DJing is like 90. I've only realized this in the last few years, but DJing is like 95, maybe even 98% important track selection. The mixing and like the effects and the fancy blending, I don't think it adds as much as like really technical DJs want you to think it does. I would rather go and watch someone play incredible music and just fade out that song and fade in the next song. Or even if there's like 2 seconds of silence, I'd rather go and watch that if it's incredible music than like average music with like really fancy mixing. It doesn't add much for me. It adds a bit. Give it 5%, you know? Like if you go watch someone like A-Track, incredible skills, whatever, the mixing definitely enhances what's being played. But it's because he's playing good shit, you know? Go and watch it, you know. I like watching DJs. If the song runs out and he's just a little fade out, reverb, whatever, next tune. If the music's good, I will stay all fucking night. So there you go. That's your advice. Can we do an offline dexterity / carnival EP breakdown? Well, those are songs from our very early days. I would be surprised if those projects even opened at this point.
No way we have those projects.
I have them. Yeah, I got them. I have the hard
definitely.
drive. This hard drive is the Settle hard drive. Everything's on there.
Wow.
But
That's way before
I know, look, it's got like FireWire connections. Look at those old things. So it's there, but I don't think they'd open. It would, yeah. I'll check out the FireWire connection, see if I can get it going. Yeah. Oh yeah, using plug-in wrappers. Yeah, I found these things for Ableton, which is quite nice. So you don't have to have all your plugins hiding away all the time. You know, usually you have a window like that. There's a few companies that make wrappers so you can have the plugin open down there. Not wrappers like a rapper, like WRA. So yeah, check them out. I think UA do them. Universal Audio do them. Do Waves do them? Maybe. Oh, Valhalla does them for sure. But yeah, search like Ableton skin wrappers or something like that, and you can find them. Did you make any music with Pomo and Harrison while you were in Vancouver, Guy? I did not, but they did come to the show. Or Pomo came to the show.
You saw Pomo?
Yeah, we hung out.
How's he
It's been
doing?
a long time. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he was happy. He was good. We haven't seen him for probably 10 years, but yeah, he's cool.
Time.
Yeah.
We bumped into his manager like a couple of years ago, but yeah, I haven't seen him.
Is The Sun Comes Up Tremendous going to be released soon? We don't have a date for that yet. I've always thought it should be released on Christmas Day.
Yeah, you said that.
I still think it should be.
Yeah. I'm down. Yeah, I just want to come out. I don't really care.
It would screw the release strategy completely if you did that. Like,
yeah, no one's looking.
listening, you know. But I just feel like it should be on Christmas Day. So until we can agree on that, not yet. But we have the next 2 releases planned after this already. So there's lots of music coming this year. The Chris Lake one coming up after this. We have a date for that one. And then we have another song in the mix called, well, it hasn't got a name yet. The name is, at the moment, is D-Dar. I think did we play you guys D-Dar last time?
I don't think we've ever played that one here. No.
Should we play it?
Sure, I'm gonna go after that, but that'd be a good way to end.
Let's play it. Let me find this thing. It was played. Yeah, someone said we previewed it. I've worked on it a lot since that point. All right, exclusive. You played it, bro. I did play it, he says. Yeah, but you haven't heard the new version. It's a lot better.
I am going to sign out before you stick it on because I'm not even going to be able to hear it. Anyway.
Oh, true, yeah. All right, everyone, make some noise for Howard, everybody.
Goodbye. Thanks, everyone.
He's gone. That was brief. Oh, wait, why can't I change my scene? Hang on, let me change back. There we go. Yeah, you guys want to hear it again? I got time for that. All right, brand new, unreleased disclosure, exclusive. Doesn't even have a name yet, really.
DJ.
I'm going to play all these sound effects over it, so you can't take it and copy it from my hard drive. Are you on a white noise breakdown? Yeah, we could do that. I can't believe we haven't done that. It's in key. Well, that's a great dub siren. Not so much. Oh, now it's frozen. Yeah. Okay, great. String that just froze. I'll just shout over it instead. Woo! I'm well happy with that one. Played it out a couple times recently. Just feels very like lovely and floaty, and yeah, we're gonna put it in the live show because why the fuck not? So if you want to hear that song live and see how the hell we're gonna perform it, which I have no idea what the hell we can play because it's very machiney, that one. I guess Howard will be on piano. If you want to come and watch Howard play 3 chords instead of 1, this is your time. So yeah, a little unreleased one for you there.
It's disclosure, isn't it?
Order! Order! Old school. Haven't used that one in a while. Order! My manager just sent me what I hope is the like performance video I was talking about. Let me just have no, that's not a performance video. That's just me hitting a snare drum. Let's see. I asked him if I could play it on the stream. The split screen. Yes, feel free. Okay, I can play it. All right, give me a second. I'll give you guys a little exclusive of the video for nocap as well. I mean, it's not a video. It's just like it's a cool piece of content of us playing it together. But yeah, it seems like you guys really like that one. Thank you for all the love. I'm excited to play that one out, especially to put it in the show. I think it's going to be an amazing moment where we can really go crazy with the lights and all that stuff. How the heck do I find this video? Is the question. Might be a little bit of scrolling going on here. Is that it? No. Let me search like. It'll be a link. I know that much. Might take me too long to find. Yeah, don't know if I can be bothered. It's going to be out in like a few days, so we'll just wait for it. But yeah, it's basically like a cool split screen. Like if you imagine your iPhone, it's like me on the top playing drums, Anderson in the middle performing, and then Howard on the bottom doing the melody, and it's just like a performance thing. So you guys will see that soon. We recorded the video at Anderson's club, his bar in West Hollywood called Andy's. It's really cool, actually. Really cool place. Like nice. What's the word? Nice establishment he's got going there. So that was a fun day. Any questions, guys? While I'm here, I'm going to do another like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for the love on the new song coming out in a few days' time. Oh yeah, I've got the vinyl. Is that test pressing a 1 of 1? Yes, it is. I'll show you. I mean, I don't know if they've started printing the vinyl yet. So maybe this is no longer the 1 of 1. But yeah, this is the first copy of nocap. The only thing is the date is on it. The date that's on it is wrong now because we were originally going to release it on the 8th. And then it changed to the 6th. And then we had to like Photoshop the date for Instagram. So ignore the date. But yeah, this is nocap vinyl. One-sided vinyl too. Look at that. Look at the side of the vinyl that doesn't have grooves. It always sort of freaks me out a little bit. Look how shiny and nice that is. And then you got all the grooves on that one. So yeah, that's my copy. I always like getting the first one. I get a real kick out of that. But yeah, we will be doing vinyl, and we will be announcing some another vinyl release we've got coming pretty soon as well. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but we're going to do like a compilation of about, I think it's 6 or maybe 8 tracks, all on one record just for vinyl. So like everything we've released in the past like couple of years, She's Gone, Arachnids, King Steps, this is all going to come on like a nice 12-inch. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I always like getting my tunes on vinyl. Lovely looking room guy. Thank you very much. Excited for the Berkeley show. Me too, mate. Me too. When is the Lullaby Baby dance music album dropping? I'm sure it'll come at some point, but I'm not there yet. The vinyl sell well, yeah. I mean, vinyl is doing as an industry does really well. I feel like it's on the rise every year. I like read about it. People are buying more and more records. It's not massive, but well, put it this way, it's definitely beating CD and tape. So yeah. Have you got any filthy basement work in progress that will never see the light? Of so many, man. So many. Yeah. Most of what I make is that, and then I just don't put it out. Do you or your management ever collaborate with groups like Dance Safe? I don't know what that is. Maybe they do, but I don't hear about it. What is Dance Safe? Sounds cool. Sources of inspiration these days, other people's music, always. My family, for sure. My new little kid, and yeah, my friends and family. I've been producing for 2 years. Any tips? Also, top 5 affordable plugins. I mean, there's so many free plugins. I'll just go with those. The Tal Chorus effect, that's free. What else is free? The Isotope stereo vocal synth thing or stereo thing, is that free? I feel like it might be. That's really good. But honestly, man, you don't even need any third-party plugins. You can just use Logic or Ableton plugins. You don't even need to buy any. Our whole first album, we used just stock Logic plugins. I think maybe we had H Delay by Waves, and we had Diva, which is a synth. It's not even really a plugin. Yeah. Synths and stuff, maybe you want to buy a couple of, but for mixing, you can just literally use all the stuff in the box. You don't need anything else. The other stuff just does what the stock stuff does, like a bit better. Like the Pro Q3 or Pro Q4, whatever we're on now. I don't even have Pro Q4. It's really good and really surgical. Could I get away with just using Ableton EQ for the entire projects I do? Yeah, 100%. It's just true. Can you show us the send and bus return master channels? Yeah, sure. I don't know why my touch screen's not working. Here we go. I don't know why it says Guy Lawrence there either. Let's get rid of that. Hello everyone, this is me. Hey, there you go. Big chat. So the sends, yeah, you got reverb. Reverb send is just the Valhalla reverb with some EQ. Just taking out the lows. Don't want any rumbly EQ. And then sidechain compression. Then the delay is H delay. But again, like you could just use Ableton delay. You could use Ableton reverb. I like the Ableton reverb. It's good. Chorus is that. I like sending stuff to a chorus bus. So you get like the mono signal down the middle and then you get like a nice stereo width going on with it rather than just one or the other. That's free. Then I've got another delay channel, which is just, I think that will just be H delay on a different setting. Yeah, that's like a very quick, like out of time stereo delay, just for sending stuff to for throws. I think that's empty. And then the master bus channel, I'm using this clipper. I'm using the Oxford inflator. I had Saturn on there, but I actually bypassed it. And then I'm using Pro L. That's literally it. That's my master channel these days. I've gone back to basics. I don't have any EQ. I don't have any compression. I just clip and master. I mean, you could argue the inflator, okay, it's not even compression. I don't know what it is. Upwards compression? I'm not sure. That's all I'm doing. And to be honest, when I'm sending it off for mastering, I'm bypassing the limiter. So my whole master chain these days is literally just a clipper and the Oxford inflator. The Oxford inflator does clip too. I mean, if you engage that, it's being a clipper, but you just don't get as much control. So I like to put the clipper first and then just do the inflator on 100% and just don't go into the red. That's it. I've gone back to basics. Yeah, I like the Oxford limiter still on drums. For drums, I think it's really punchy. It has some distortion to it, which I like on drums, but I don't like it across the whole mix anymore. I like the cleanness and the surgical precision of Pro L. And plus the Oxford limiter doesn't even have oversampling. So you get like a bit of aliasing going on sometimes, whereas this has a shite load of oversampling. But like I said, when you're getting a tune mastered, you don't even send it with the limiter on anyway. Here's the drum bus if you want to see that. I've got my compressor at the start. I've got my saturation. I've got my another Oxford inflator. I mean, they're just across. I use that everywhere. That is doing clipping in this one. See, when you play the drums on this track.
I need you all. So, tell me no lies. Open up your eyes, hands to the sky.
See how it's hitting the red?
Why you so fine?
take that
If
off.
you don't mind, let me press up behind. So, tell me no lies. Open up your mind.
Just going above 0, so I'm using it to just clip. And I like the simplicity of that clipper, but I wouldn't trust it across a whole mix. I want more control. EQ, just doing a little bit of what we got there. 2 dBs in the mids, bringing out the claps and the rim and all the little details. Bit of what's it called? Dynamic EQ on the highs. And then yeah, there you go. Oxford limiter. I like this enhanced curve too on the Oxford. That's what's really cool about it. This does a bit of that inflator kind of vibe, that upwards expansion. You don't need much. I got 4%, but it's one of those ones where I miss it when it's gone. So that's why I like that limiter on drums, because it gives it all a little bit more of a forward push, So yeah, no tape anymore. No, but I mean I'm using that. So I put this tape setting on stuff if I want any tape saturation, but I don't put it on the master bus anymore. My philosophy is kind of like have enough saturation going on across all of the mix already, and then you're doing clipping anyway on here. That is saturation. Like I'm doing like 4 decibels of clipping. That is saturation. You just get to choose a bit more precisely how it sounds, whether it's soft or hard and all that. So yeah, I'm good with like throwing tape saturation on drums is always great. On bass and all that stuff, it's awesome. But across a whole mix, kind of getting a little bit more precise with my saturation these days. Do you back up your work onto drives? I actually don't anymore. No, I just work off the cloud straight away. I just every time I press save, it just goes straight to Dropbox. I really recommend that if you can afford the subscription fees for like the storage, because then like no matter what, like if my whole laptop dies, if everything breaks, if I get robbed, it's just all there, like it's all safe. So nah, I don't even use drives anymore. I have a couple of drives for like sample banks, but yeah, that's about it. Can you tease more songs? No, I can't. Not right now. But to be honest, I haven't been writing a lot because of my new baby, my kid. So it's not like I've had loads of time. Any progress on Imogen Heap remix? No, I haven't touched it. That we just made that for a bit of fun when it was blowing up on TikTok, but I don't think I've even played it out. For self-mastering, what's the best basic plugin you'd recommend? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you just have to use the ones that come with Ableton or Logic. I think Logic has some mastering compressors and mastering limiters built into it now, so you could try those. I used to just use, I think I used to use Ozone 5 for the first album. Everything's getting limited by Ozone 5. But Logic's got a good limiter. Just use that. Do you use R-bass? No, yeah, sometimes. I like R-bass on bass guitar sometimes if it's lacking like a subbiness. Yeah, I think it's a cool plugin. But I don't use it a lot. Someone's Nocturnal Caracal is just listing songs I've written. Liv Dawson Searching, Open Your Eyes. Were they both me? I think I did one or maybe both of them, yeah. I wouldn't say it was ghost produced though, but yeah, they're not disclosure songs, I just sort of helped. But yeah, there's some out there. Any good resources for tips on songwriting? YouTube, TikTok, social media. It's all there now, man. It's all free. You don't need to go to school. You can just watch YouTube. I mean, I did that as well when I was learning. I went to the school of YouTube. Can we get a template stream for Ableton? I don't actually know what that means, but I gave away a template a long time ago for Logic on my Discord, and I believe someone copied it for Ableton. So it's there if you want to grab it. Generally speaking, should I compress sounds before saturation? That is like there is no right or wrong on that one. It depends what you want to achieve. Saturation's really good at chopping off transients. So like if you're compressing something really hard and you're getting lots of transients, it's quite an easy fix to put saturation after that, because you'll still get that nice sound of the compressor, but then you'll gain a lot of headroom by chopping off the transients. So I personally do that like on the drum bus, let's say. But let's say you were adding saturation to like a nice smooth vocal, you know, you just wanted to add harmonics. Well, there's no reason that you wouldn't compress after that as well. It really depends on the sound that you're messing with. One synth to use, what are you picking? The Juno 106. Easy. The old trusty. Or maybe a mini Moog, but you can't play chords, so it's got to be a Juno. Or if you want to go super fancy and like money's no object, maybe the Yamaha CS80 or something like that. But yeah, I also love the Poly 6, Korg Poly 6, but it's kind of similar to the Juno. Yeah, I'll go Juno. What music have you been listening to lately? Check out Disclosure's Record Bag on Spotify. That's everything I'm listening to right now. Jamie Woon's new single. Heavy Going? Heavy something. That one. I love that song. But yeah, check out Disclosure's Record Bag. It's on our artist page on Spotify. I update it all the time. That is literally what I'm listening to. Go-to EQ is Fab Filter, Pro Q3 or 4. Compressor, I don't have a go-to compressor. It depends on the sound that you're trying to compress. You can't have one for like everything. I guess if I had to choose one for everything, I would probably choose the Fab Filter Pro C, because it can emulate lots of different types of compressors. But yeah, it's it's difficult, you know. Like I like the LA2A on vocals because it like brightens them up. I like the is it the DX or the DB160? The DX160 on guitars, like clicky guitars. I like the API 2500 on drums. I like the SSL G-Bus on drums and the whole mix. Like, yeah, it just really depends on the sound. They all do their own thing. They all have their place, you know. 1176 on vocals or synths, and anything with lots of mid-range is really nice. Do you have a rule of thumb or starting part for managing bass levels relative to drums? Not really, nah. I just use my ears, and I do look at the levels a bit. Like, I mean, if my sub bass is like way louder than the drums, then something must be wrong. You don't generally need that. I think you probably want your bass to be as loud as the kick at the most. I usually like my kick to be about a couple decibels louder than anything else. But that's because I'm making house music, you know. If I was making like 60s Motown, the kick would be like a tiny little in the mix where the vocals up front. So it really depends on the genre. But yeah, for house music, I mean, the kick should be loudest, really, right? Maybe not. I don't know. My kick's usually loudest, and then the bass just below a dB or 2 dB below that, maybe. I don't really check, though. The numbers are sort of irrelevant to me. I'll use my ears, and I'll also look at the speakers. If the speakers are moving loads and there's loads of bass, and I don't think I've got it turned up too much, then there's obviously something wrong. So yeah, a good way to check bass is actually look at the cone of your speaker and flick through other people's songs too, you know, like match the levels, flick through other songs, and if you've got way more rattle going on, then something's wrong. If it's too steady and then someone else's song's bouncing, maybe you need to up it a little bit. I should get off this view. It's just Ableton, static Ableton. There we go. What's the time? All right, we got like 7 minutes. How can I help a few more people today? It's International Beer Day? I didn't know that. International Beer Day. What is your beer of choice? Probably Guinness at the moment. Like a nice Guinness. Yeah. Any plans for Caracal? What do you mean? Oh, the anniversary. I don't think so. No. We got new stuff coming out. But we'll play a song or two when we do the live tour. Yeah. Have you ever managed to split the G? Actually, yeah, just last weekend I split the G. But I mean, I can do it quite regularly. I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, this person at the show I did in New York last weekend at Surf Lodge, I was holding a Guinness, and they had Guinness on draft, which I was quite surprised about. He brought it out, and this girl was like, "Can you split the G?" I was like, "Okay." I don't even like doing it because you have to take like 6 gulps, which I don't even like. I like to savor the beer and like enjoy it, but I just did it perfectly, and she was like, "That was quite sick." So I'll take that. Is the live tour a world tour? Nah, it's just across North America and Mexico. And then next year we'll be doing a wider, bigger tour. Favorite Oasis tune? Oh shit! I'm going to see them at the Rose Bowl in is it like a few weeks? It's not long. It's coming up. I'm excited, man. I'm a big fan. Favorite Oasis tune? Jesus, that's really hard. I have so many good memories with Champagne Supernova, like growing up, and then also like me and my wife, we listened to that song a lot when we met. Maybe that. I like Acquiesce. Man, I honestly, I like so many. They're fucking great. Can't wait to see them. Opinions on Kevin Parker's new direction? Yeah. I haven't actually listened to that yet. I've listened to clips, and I know it's housey, and people have been asking me what I think. But yeah, great. Cool. Happy that Kevin's always expanding and moving sounds, you know? It's always changing the game. Even though, like, I'm sure all of his fans are like, you need to play guitar all the time. You must make psych rock. I bet people are hating on him, but respect. Keep it moving, man. But yeah, is it good? I haven't listened to it the whole way through yet. Is it cool? I was hanging out with him like 2 years ago after Glastonbury. We were staying at the same hotel, like recovering. And yeah, we were talking about DJing a lot and dance music. So I'm glad he's going there. I know I've never worked with Kevin. No, I've never. I know him. We've hung out a few times. We've hung out on New Year's Eve in Bali once. We've hung out in LA twice. I honestly bump into him mostly at Glastonbury because we always stay at the same hotel after, and we're always like, "Hi man, how are you? I'm fucking dead." So yeah, really nice dude. I don't have a Piri collab coming out, but I know Jimmy does. I wrote a song with Piri and Jimmy, and I think maybe Jimmy's gonna have it for his project, or Piri. I don't think it's coming as a disclosure track, but yeah, we did write before, so that's cool. Did you like it? Is it good? I can't remember how it goes. I think it's called Butter. Butter, maybe? What's your current top song? Last time I think it was Flight FM. I don't think it was Flight FM. I don't know. How do you tell your top song, like by plays? I think Spotify only tells you at the end of the year, doesn't it? So yeah, I don't know. It is a banger, yeah, but I don't want to listen to Flight FM at home, you know. It's like crazy to listen to that over and over again. I've got it on vinyl. I think it's a great tune, but I'm not listening to that at home, just relaxing. That'd be crazy. I'm good. How should I learn sound design? YouTube. Go on YouTube. Listen to people talk about it. Mix with the Masters. Quite a good channel as well. Oh my God. You see that beef I got into the other day on Mix with the Masters, guys? It was fucking hilarious. There was this guy talking about, what was it? Does anyone follow Mix with the Masters? I got into like a spat with a bunch of people on this comment section about the guy was talking about the difference in sound between Logic and Pro Tools. And he was saying that Pro Tools just sounds better overall and that Logic sounds soft. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bruv? Yeah. And they deleted the post. They took it down. So I think people were just jumping on it. So it's gone. Yeah. I mean, I think I was right. But like, there were people sticking up for this dude, and I was like, in what world does like a sine wave on Pro Tools sound different to a sine wave on Logic? The most I could get behind it was like if you're driving each one into the red as hard as you can and press bounce, there might be a difference in like how it exports things when it's like clipping. Like they might clip things differently. But like don't do that. Like just stay out of the red and use a clipper so you can choose how it sounds. I don't know. Also, the guy talking on that I don't really like, because he mixed talk and said that my mix sounded too compressed because I'm an EDM producer, and I'm like, listening back to his mix, just sounds the same to me. So yeah, not a huge fan. Here we go again. More beef on the way. Yeah, people always say Pro Tools sounds better. In what world? Like, what do you mean? It's what you do with it. I don't understand. That. It's just a thing that presses play. Maybe he was talking about driving things into the red. I don't know. But like, yeah, that's what we got down to, is like, do a null test, you know? Do a test where you bounce a song through Pro Tools and you bounce one through Logic. You play them together and you check the phase and you check for any difference. I guarantee there's no fucking difference. As a producer, are there some ways to expand your creativity? Yeah, I mean, just listening to music's the number one way. Get yourself a good pair of speakers so you can really hear music. Really listen deeply. I got myself a nice pair of speakers a while ago, and I wish I'd done it sooner. Because you can just really hear it as the artist intended. You know, that's what you want if you want to study things like sound design and things beyond just general songwriting. But, you know, headphones are really good these days as well, so that's fine. But yeah, just listen to music, man. Go out into nature. That helps me a lot. Go for a nice walk in nature. Hang out with friends. You know, don't just be a loser all the time on your computer learning about plugins. It's not going to help. You know, go out, have a nice day, come back. The first thing you write, put it down, and then walk away. Keep doing that over and over again. Something good will pop out. Something good. What speakers do I have? In here, I have these just Adam A7Xs, which I've just gotten used to. But then behind me, I have, that's the Leak Sandwich. Is it called the Sandwich? Yeah, Leak Sandwich 250 with the Macintosh amp. Yeah, I mean, that's like a pretty serious setup. So that's what I listen to music on. And the most important thing is the room sounds good. I treated the room with all these panels. Don't buy really good speakers unless you've got a good room to put them in, because there's not really much point. What did college really teach you? I'll be starting next year. It was like a crash course on Logic, so it was good for that. You know, it was like a really good introduction into here's what a compressor is, here's what an EQ does, is the basics of using software. I think it was useful. Could you learn it on YouTube though? Probably, yeah. And I definitely expanded my knowledge way beyond the course that I did for music tech using YouTube, like, for sure. All right, guys, couple more, and then I'm out of here. How excited are you for No Cap? Fucking excited. I've been wanting to do a tune with Anderson .Paak since like 2000 and, well, whenever Malibu came out. That record that Anderson did was fucking unbelievably good. Like, just from that first song, is it The Bird? A bird with the word came to me. Oh. And the way the kick on that tune is on the offbeat is crazy. I love that song. So yeah, since that tune, I've wanted to work with Anderson, and now we are. So that's fucking great. Let's go. What do you like to start tracks with, or is it different every time? It's different every time. If it's just me by myself in here, it's going to be drums probably, or chopping up a sample, you know, if I'm doing something like that. If it's with Howard, then it'll be probably chords first, and then I'll make a beat over the chords. Yeah, it depends. We need a back-to-back DJ Pee-wee and me and Wiggs. I agree. I would like to make that happen. Let's see if we can make that happen. What instrument is in Arachnids? I actually don't know. It is a sample that I chopped up. I'm not sure. I think it's some kind of flute. It's some kind of either South Asian or maybe Middle Eastern instrument. I need to find that out, because we're going to do Arachnids in the live show, and we have brass players already in the show that come out and do tondo. So one of them is going to come and do that solo, but they'll probably do it on flute or on sax or something, because they can actually play it. I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to take a guy all the way across the North America tour who just plays one flute. So we got to utilize what we have already, which is amazing trumpet, sax, and trombone players. I'm pretty sure one of them can play flute though, so it might sound a bit different live, but it'll be cool. I can't wait for that moment, like the single spotlight on them doing the solo. It'd be really cool. Are you dusting off your drums for the tour? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. It'll be drums. I don't know if there's going to be guitar yet. I'm trying to fit guitar into a song. I'm not sure where it should go yet. But yeah, it'll be drums, bass, singing, lots of synthesizers, lots of pads, lots of sample playing, brass. Yeah, it's going to be as live as two people can play live. Obviously, there's a lot of mixing and track going on as well. But yeah, it's going to be nice and live. You can play the one guitar chord on nocap. Yeah, that'll be fun. There is some guitar on the tune we have with Chris Lake coming soon, but again, it's one chord. So I'm not sure it's really worth taking a guitar and an amp and a man who needs to tune the guitar and take care of the guitars just for that song. All right, gang. I think I'm going to call it a day there. Thanks for tuning in. Nocap is coming out really soon. Wednesday next week. I'm glad you all got to hear it first. Is this playing? Come on, outro music. I love a little outro music. What's going on? Hey, there we go. I love this Fortet tune. It's so good. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll definitely do another one at some point in the near future. I don't know, maybe I can do something next week even for a release. I'll ask the team, because I haven't actually done a mix in here yet. Could be fun to do a mix and play nocap and like a few other tunes. Maybe I'll try and set up a DJ setup or something. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's been to the recent shows. There you go, someone came to Calgary. That was a fun one. Chicago for Gay Pride. That was really fun. Yeah, I've had a lot of good shows recently. It's good to be back. Good to be releasing music. Hope you all enjoy it. Many more songs to come this year as well. We're going to have a good end of summer into the autumn tour. It's going to be fun. All right, gang. Lots of love. I'll see you all soon. Peace.